All right, turn it around pretty quick again. Let's get this party started. James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today's October 19th, 2024. God bless you and yours no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you're able to get at least $200 worth of that stock, because I see that it could do great things, but I'm not giving you any type of advice. I myself, Wisconsin, I heard the machines are flipping in Wisconsin, Georgia, everywhere. What about you, Beverly? Do you vote? You know, most people don't vote and they pretend to be in the game. And I didn't vote until the last presidential election. And I'll vote again this presidential election. Lightning balls, well, I had actually pulled that up. I actually pulled up the radar from that. And I saw no storms whatsoever in your area. And you're in... Gosh, go back and watch the Bill Gates live. A stock that's going up 3,000, 4,000% in the next 12 months. $200 might get you 5 to 10 grand. We just watched the live, and I just showed you how Bill Gates started all of it, and I gave you all the ticker symbol of the stock that everyone's piling into. By everyone, I mean all your, all the people that work for the government, including your senators and representatives. Hey, Darlene, y'all need to go watch that last live. It was a killer. Lightning balls are hitting us. Wisconsin's going to be... Wisconsin. So Utah's here. Nebraska, Kansas, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming. Wisconsin's going to be right here somewhere. It's right there, isn't it? Yes, right there. All right, so they show absolutely nothing. Nothing. And I'm going to show y'all no rain on Wisconsin radar whatsoever. As clear as a bell. You're telling me, ooh, they are seeding this. Remember what seeding looks like, guys. Look at all the bad air quality here as well they're putting on the map. So there's not one, and I'll hit this area here, there's not one thunderstorm in your area. We do see some of these next rads that are seeding, and we can actually, we've been to this one. We've been to this next rad, guys, haven't we? Remember on Google Earth, going down there? That's the next rad causing these storms. We've been to that one. Unbelievable. But we see no storms, and I can go to any of the weather spots. And I'll even go, just so you'll know, to windy. And they show no storms whatsoever in Wisconsin. Not a drop of anything. All right, let's get going, guys. Let's get going. Dale, we're going to do a volcano story, but if you want to email me some info, it's much appreciated. Did you watch my Bill Gates and Marburg virus video? I believe you. All right, we're going to start out, guys, with volcanoes erupting around the globe. And the count's been between about 60 and 69 here for the last month or two. I'll get to counting. You guys get to guessing. This is not according to me, but according to volcanodiscovery.denmark 4. We're pretty high at the count. $50. 60. 69. Was last Saturday. I saw it last Saturday. I got you. Beverly, behave, please, please. Yes, I got you. I heard you. Please behave. 69. Volcanoes erupting around the globe. Yes, Tiffany, and I'm sending the gold bar to Tiffany Hartman. Keep an eye out, Tiff. All right, so it's the weekend. Everyone knows that the Canadian government does not work on the weekend. So the last earthquake you see here was either late on Thursday, because regularly they don't work Friday or Mondays either. They leave at lunch on Thursday. They get back at lunch on Tuesday. They have a work week a lot like the Greeks and like the Western Europeans, as U.S. workers work on average of 70 to 80 hours a week. They wouldn't even work that much in a month. And we're propping up every other country with our tax dollars. That sounds logical. All right, moving over. See if there's any big ones first. We've got one 5.0 over here in the Philippines 10 hours ago, a 5.3. And really, I want y'all to realize that everything you see in yellow was not counted. These are all volcanoes. And, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that 71% of Earth is covered in water, and these are all volcanoes as well. These volcanoes go from Russia to Love to right there to Hawaii. That's Kilauea. Mauna Loa might wake up as well. Both of them are sleeping currently. But 71% of the globe, not flat Earth, is covered by water. That means 29% of the volcanoes we're able to see. Every island you see is a volcano or was an active volcano, okay? Every island. All right. Let's put on 4, and I want y'all to look at the swarm around thee. And if anyone can pronounce this, Xinjiang, the largest caldera here on Earth. The Himalayan mountains have guarded India. India now has 3.4 billion people, and all of China, this is all of China, but they only use this area over here, has only 3.3 billion. No one's having babies in China. India, so small, with 3.4 billion, you don't want that kind of competition, and you surely don't want to drink the water. This is the biggest caldera on Earth, the second biggest in the solar system, after only one caldera on Mars. All right, what else do we have? The peninsula up on Russia. We've got 5 volcanoes awakening. We've got a 4.3, a 4.2 there. This is around getting into Indonesia here. It's the Philippines. Right here is Taiwan. And I want to show y'all, that's really Japan. Japan keeps building nuclear facilities, and this is a volcanic range. This is a volcanic range. This is a volcanic range. These are all volcanoes. This is a major Pacific plate boundary, and I'll put the plate boundaries on. This is really the North American plate coming through here. This is the Euro-Asia plate over here, and this is the Indonesian plate over here. And there's more pressure with 2 big holes in the plate boundary here. North American, Pacific, Indonesian, Euro-Asia. And they keep building more nuclear power plants. That's why I yell. And these in yellow are all awakening volcanoes. Around Indonesia, you can see all the erupting and in yellow awakening volcanoes. Here we have Zealandia rising. Zealandia rising. If anyone can help the channel out, we don't get 1 cup of coffee a day anymore. It's gotten sad. Please help us out by buying us a cup of coffee or giving us a small super chat. We definitely put out the information for you guys, and it's all real. All right, this is that fault line that's formed within 12 months right here. It's almost finished forming. And what I said, as soon as it does, all the pressure is going to end up in the Aegean Sea, and that's going to be the biblical earthquake, because all these islands are what? Volcanoes, and there's magma moving under all of them. And I'll just show you real quick. You can see all these smaller quakes in the area here pop up. The Aegean Sea is going to probably be the biblical 10 plus earthquake that sends a tsunami. Don't turn around and get your coats, run to the highest mountain that's going to be a mile high, that wipes out all the armies that surround Jerusalem, being Lebanon, Syria. Jordan is pretty much playing with the U.S. right now, but I won't say Egypt. They're not. And Cyprus is a CIA outlet right here, owned by the U.S. government. We took it over during the Turkey-Greece conflict, the 3-day war. We took Cyprus, and all their servers are hidden in Cyprus. Anyone knows that, right? You should all know that. Look at these plates, major plates that don't work. Over in the eastern half of the world, we got 2 erupting and then 3 awakening here in Sicily and Rome. You can barely see the 3rd there, but all right, back up real quick. Iceland, we don't have Ricky James anymore, but this is on the Ricky James Peninsula. We have another one in Calta awakening. This is going to be the Azore Islands, part of Portugal, awakening. This is going to be Cape Verde. La Palma is not showing any signs of magma movement or anything. All the way from Mexico City down through Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, into Panama, into Venezuela and Colombia, we have magma movement and tons of volcanoes erupting, spewing the deadliest particulate known to man, PM 2.5, onto all living things. Microvolcano was counted, and here we have, well, let's see if we can grab that. White Island volcano is erupting again, and this White Island volcano, same name, is just awakening. And we found out yesterday that Erebus explodes with about $6,000 worth of gold around it every day, and that was a guesstimate, not by me. And this is all blocked out by Google, so we don't know what they're doing. Probably mining. All right. Real quickly here, this is called the Peruvian-Chilean wedge here. Bolivia has no coastline, although it may look like they do. Peru and Chile took over all the coast in the war. Argentina doesn't even have the Cape. Cape Horn over here was taken over by Chile as well. They have the entire Pacific coast. Argentina only has Atlantic coast. Wow. But they do have a lot of this Peruvian-Chilean volcanic park here with 26,000 volcanoes that they say are active. I thought it was going to already wake up. We got a 4.6 and a 4.5 there. I thought it would already be awake, and it's just not, guys. I was wrong. I like being wrong. It means there's more for me to learn. Real quick, New Madrid fracking. This looks like Yellowstone. We'll take a look at that in a bit. This is all around Anchorage with awakening. And that might be Spur! Oh my Lord! If Spur and Mount Hayes erupt, which they've done 3 times each in 29 years, I can't believe that Spur is activated and awakening. Wow. Around Kilauea, we've got magma movement all through the Peruvian-Chilean wedge here. Central America is filled with volcanoes erupting and magma is moving in all directions. Same with Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. These two things will never, ever erupt off the coast of Venezuela. There's only 4 places in the Western Hemisphere where the plates don't connect properly. There's probably 100 plus places over here where they don't connect properly. You'll see this swarm here in the Straits of Gibraltar. Some smaller random occurrences in France. Let's see if these are quarry. Nope, they're real. Looks like they're all real. Look at the Aegean Sea here when we back up and turn them all on. And remember the Bible and what it says about the biggest earthquake ever seen by man. And also look at the biggest caldera here. It goes into Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, Iran, Mongolia, everywhere. Pretty much everywhere. This is all wasteland. And I want to show y'all how, real quick, how China decided. Look where China made their border. See that white line right there? They did it based on the last volcanic eruption 10,000 years ago, which went to here. Although we know it formed Malaysia, it formed Vietnam in the past. This is all grown over green. It takes more than 10,000 years to grow over this green. Laos, Burma, and you can see they made that hard line. These are all dotted, meaning provinces around China. And that's the name of the biggest caldera on Earth. Over to the USA. Oh, so we have Mount Spur. If we have Mount Hayes, where Pat Price was killed for saying that aliens were working with Marines, then we'd really have something. But we have a lot of magma movement. This, on this tip right here, is Anchorage. Not the biggest. The biggest city. Do y'all believe that 50% of everyone that lives in all of Alaska lives in Anchorage and the suburbs? And these are all volcanoes in the 71% that hasn't broken the surface. I'm sure our satellites can see all that, i.e. per methane bubbles and heat on the floor. Mount Spur is here, Mount Hayes is here, and Pat Price lost his job over his remote view of Mount Hayes. They never asked him to do it. He turned it in and should never have turned that in. What can I do about it, though? What can I do about it? I'm doing all I can for you, Pat Price. All right, Mount Olympic, Glacier Peak is really up here, so this is an offset, 0.9. Rainier is here, an offset, 0.7. This is Adams, right on top of St. Helens, which I think will be the first one off. Very small quake. And very deep. We had one that was in the caldera yesterday. This is Mount Hood here. Very little activity happening in the USA. This will be the all-time fewest. We've seen 16 volcanoes at the Cobb Mountain Geysers geothermal unit, right? Unbelievable. Slow day. You would think that those plates that got charged would have exploded, but they never did. This is the Garlock Fault. Garlock West, Central, and East. This is going to be Little Lake, Sierraless, and Little Lake, Sierraless, and why am I not remembering it? Sierraless, Little Lake. Well, see if we can find some Little Lake. And what we see here is the Walker Lane fault line, the new west coast of the U.S. that includes the Cascadia Mountain or volcanic ridge that runs in the Sierra Nevada ridge, knowing that the valley is going to flood. A lot of it's 22 plus feet below sea level. It almost flooded 2 years ago. And the same is true with Los Angeles here. Same is true with Los Angeles. It's surrounded by five volcanic ranges. Who builds the second biggest city in the world right there? And remember, Catalina Island right here are all volcanoes, and they're spewing PM 2.5 on top of all of our friends over there. These are all fracking. This is fracking. This is not New Madrid. New Madrid is right here, probably fracking here. There is drilling in Arkansas in that area. This is up by Yellowstone here, guys. We have a huge fire with evacuations right on top of these earthquakes. A 1.5 and a 2.5, nothing huge. Nothing huge. We just had a 4.1 there. Moving over, we've got a buoy in event mode with that set with no real big earthquakes. This is near Anchorage, Alaska here. And there's a pretty big event here. The events are in red here. This is National Data Buoy Center. And I wanted to pull this up. We had help from one of our subscribers, as usual. And look how big of an event this was. This is one of the biggest events I've seen. Now, I've seen some big events that turned out to be nothing, maybe them lifting the buoy out of the water. But this goes from 20, below 26 to just below 28. So 2 meters, about 7 feet. 7 feet. And here we see 25, below 25, and then up to 27, 26 here. And this keeps going. So there was an event of some sort there, probably an underwater, they call it a seamount. A seamount. So the Canadian government probably hasn't updated this map, but they are saying that there's fires all over the border of Montana, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Manitoba. They're not admitting to the fires in the Northwest Territory or the Yukon Territory, which our GO satellite will soon show you guys. Dale, you heard wrong, but I love you. All right. This is that big fire with all the evacuations here, guys. Whoa, that scared the holy. Thank you. I like to. My hair is standing up everywhere. My lights turn red, and I try to get it to go on the screen, but I just couldn't figure out the programming. But that comes from big speakers, and that just, thank you. God bless you guys. All right, so this is the big fire that keeps growing every day. My mom sent me a Pack Trail incident fire report. It was 123,000 acres today. Less than 50% contained. It's grown, and that's really part of this Yellowstone system. And this was another fire with evacuations on the northern part of the Yellowstone system here. We have some big fires here. 19% contained. This is called the Green River volcanic range. Snake River, excuse me, guys. Green River is a oil play that I've played in Wyoming, in this area here, Snake River, if y'all remember Evel Knievel, he jumped there's the gorge, Snake River Gorge. He tried to jump twice, his jet bike, and they said he broke all these arms and stuff, but it was a pretty gentle flight down to the bottom of the canyon with that parachute on him. 8,000 acres, 5%, 129,000 acres, mostly contained, but then you have one right on it. 82 acres just awakening. Now, this is craters of the moon right here. This is craters of the moon right here. This is craters of the moon right here. I would show you all a picture, but we're in a rush today. Mostly contained, 33,000 acres, all contained, 97,000 acres, mostly contained. They say that this 176 is mostly contained, but then they put 3 fires on top of it that are brand new. We also have this 26,000 acres contained. I'm going to move down here into the Los Angeles area. This is out on I-10, mostly contained. What I'm going to do now, real quickly, is move in everything in orange and red, and let's kind of see what's going on. Orange and red. Remember the fire warnings out there? They started today. Today, you can see these started today. There's another one here that started today. We'll check up here. This one started today as well in, I believe, Washington State. And California, Northern California, Northern Valley here, all started today, into Oakland. Well, this is Palo Alto Valley. All started today. And when you get into LA, they stole all the fire hydrants for the metal and the brass inside, even when they welded the screws down. I did a report about it. I wish I could have seen him live, but I did see him on TV a lot. He was a crazy mofo, kind of like Tyson, do anything for $1. Isn't that weird that Tyson never would accept Jake Paul's secondary bet that he would make it 4 rounds for $5 million? I don't think Mike Tyson has $5 million left. I really don't. I think he's being carried by a sponsor right now. These all started today. These are the 3 big fires. With this one, it's going to be the airport fire. Still burning. Looks like it's contained. And then the ones in red and white are still burning from yesterday. This is South Central here. They don't have any fire hydrants left. You can see there's volcanic ranges throughout this. There was one on all the volcanic ranges. There was actually one that came over the valley. One coming off I-10 here. That was the line incident. That was the bridge incident. That was the airport incident. The whole town was surrounded, but PM 2.5 was spewing into the valley here from everyone's favorite daytime spot here. That's right. That's right. The island. Does anyone know the name of the island but me? I want y'all to also see all the fires on the New Madrid, all the way down from New Orleans, all the way up the New Madrid fault system. Actually buckles over here and runs up right into Lake Erie. But New Madrid is right in here. See that line right there? That is where all the big quakes happen. New Madrid is right inside Missouri here that is the Mississippi River, FYI. And that's why I say it runs right into where it does run into. That's what I do. I'll be right. I'll be right as much as I can. I want to show you all this is only the last 24 hours. I don't know why Canada's lying or if NASA's lying, right? But everything you see here is 404 hectares or 1,000 acres or bigger. And you can see we've got, and this is again, just the last 24 hours. I'm not screwing with y'all. We can change it to today if y'all like. It's going to give us the same printout, supposedly from our GOES, Solar Ultraviolet Imager, pointed at Earth. This is picking up fires right by my beach house down here in Biloxi and one on the peninsula here, a couple in Ontario, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, nothing in Saskatchewan. The U.S. said all the fires are happening here. But GOES satellite says all the fires are happening 404 hectares or 1,000 acres all through the Northwest Territory, Yukon Territory. No one covers Alaska. What are all these bumps? Seamounts or what? Volcanoes. British Columbia is on fire. Alberta is on fire. And, of course, Snake River is on fire. This is the big fire we talked about. This is the other one on the other side that looks like it's been extinguished. I don't know who does these, but these should be 1,000 acres or more for just today. And Montana's got some fires here, all associated with the Snake River caldera into Oregon. But for some reason, Washington State has been totally spared. We saw that fire in Northern California. This one right south of Mammoth Mountain, right where my favorite trees are. And this one right in Los Angeles. That's going to about do us for the GOES fire map. Taking a look at the world. Just hit today. The world. I wonder why it's not working. Let's hit 24 hours and see if it makes that much of... God, it makes that... This is Landsat. These passes are Landsat passes. If I do today, instead of 24 hours, there are no fires in the world. Now, I can't answer that, but I want to be fair with y'all. So, I've always taught y'all, watch my latitude. You'd think it'd be called longitude, but watch it get 0. When you get to 0 right there, there's never going to be a fire at 0 degrees latitude. And I'm talking about they split it. Most of the fires are to the southern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere. So what we're dealing with today, major thunderstorms in New Mexico, Colorado, parts of Oklahoma Panhandle, and headed towards one of my favorite subscribers, Miss Donna here. Donna, keep your eyes open. We've got that low front hitting that fake high front that's really that cyclone that hit Taiwan. It's really a cyclone, which is a subtropical low that they put H's on. I've taught you all this, although there's L's everywhere. We've got a lot of moisture coming in, and for some reason, all the winds, the jet stream doesn't even go back up. It just goes off into the water here. We'll look at tomorrow. We got tornado warnings in New Mexico, and we've got rain in the Central Plains. I don't know if y'all need it or not. And at some of the higher elevations, we have mixed precipitation. We do have a front coming onshore in 2 days. This is the PM 2.5. I think that they've called and told YouTube to stop me. We might lose it here. What I'd like to point out is all the volcanoes north of Mexico City or Pumpatelli, and y'all can help me with that pronunciation. It won't bother me. And I want y'all to see all the islands off the coast of Los Angeles, all the islands in the Sea of Cortez, which I've done a report. There's one volcano, that little thing right there, you'll see it spew. There's two here, one here, one here, one here. And this is PM 2.5. It's caused by fire, volcanoes, large nuclear reactions, and it's not even on the list, but it comes over in the sandstorms or dust storms. These are fires. We're going to put this in play, and this is the deadliest particulate known to man, the most deadliest particulate known to man. Let's see if they're going to hide all the PM 2.5 being created in the Sea of Cortez here. I know they are. I got that memo yesterday. Can y'all believe as soon as I showed y'all what AI did with that? And I did call out that they would hide it. Catalina Island is just pushing PM 2.5 at deadly levels. Just 10 particulates per meter cubed or nanograms per meter cubed. Increase your lung cancer percentage by 36%. That's 19, not 10. So these were spewing PM 2.5 every single day until, I guess, I pushed my luck a little bit, as I always do, and CC'd the National Weather Center and CC'd NOAA and asked them, what the hell was this? What the hell was this? As you can see, they're not going to show you anything. You can see that all these winds, if you'll see the winds, they're going this way, right? They're going this way. So we'll see what happens to those two hurricanes. Look at, there's 20 nanograms per meter cubed in those two hurricanes. And we'll give you a quick look at those. I'm watching it time, Miss Maria. There's my National Hurricane Center. So now we have post-tropical depression, or Depression Nadine actually crossing over to the Pacific. And we have Hurricane Oscar here. 85 mile per hour sustained winds going into the Bahamas. They think that it will veer off this direction. Hey, I would be worried if I was in the Keys or any part of Florida. We'll have to see what happens there, right? Of the sea. All right. I will show you the East Coast. Nothing. PM 2.5 is being blown into the East Coast. This is cloud seeding right here. What y'all are seeing, this is artificial cloud seeding. I'll be the first to call it out. I've been watching it for way too long to not know that. You can see what they're doing here. That's what they're doing right here. Our radars go out to the white lines here. And for some reason, they're trying to cloud seed in this area. They might need another storm in the next this would be a perfect spot for them to develop another hurricane to go into South and North Carolina and Georgia again right before the election. And I'm sure that they're heating it up as hot as they can get it. You can see the rotation here, and look at all the irregular lightning. Let's see if they're, oh Lord, let's see if they're cloud seeding here. Regularly, oh Lord, look at this. This is some of the worst cloud seeding I've ever seen in my life here. It starts out in black with irregular lightning, and you can see when this hits it, there will be a hurricane form. And what we will do real quick here is see if they're as smart as they're forming it. Okay, they're forming it. So they have nothing here. They're forming it or juicing. Look at this. So once it's passed through, it looks like this light brown, but before it's passed through, it looks like this. And irregular lightning is always a giveaway, but look, I mean, that's as many lightning strikes as you'll see in a month before this year, right? What a year. What a year it's been. Look at all the patches of cloud seeding they've done here. And this is actually cloud seeding here too. This is not rain. See what else they're up to now. Look, irregular. See the light brown here? That's after it's moved through. It was black beforehand. And I'll show you some more of that down here where you'll see irregular lightning. There's nothing here. There's some black here that it hasn't hit yet. Look, there it hits. There it hits. It turns brown. The whole thing's a shit show. Can't believe that. I believe it's our own government. I wish I thought it was someone else's government. But in fact, look, cloud seeding right here as well. Irregular lightning. You can just watch it for yourself. If you don't realize this is irregular lightning and cloud seeding, there's not much I can do for you at this point. All right, so that's going to about do it for this one. Lots of weather manipulation happening, guys. Lots. Miss Teresa helps us with well, I want to show y'all. When you feel bad about where you are, take a look where people like Adrian Campbell are down here. And then go back up to the northern hemisphere. And you know what? It looks about as bad as I've ever seen it. This is something huge. I guess that's one of the hurricanes about to impact Ireland and the UK. Regularly in the northern hemisphere, you don't see this much activity. This is another huge system spinning. Look how big it is. Spinning the wrong way. And this might be the eye right here. Counterclockwise means a low, not a high. Scary stuff, scary stuff. If Miss Teresa is still with us, it's about time for her to read a chapter from the Bible. Hopefully, even if you're not Christian and if you're not spiritual, these are always words that everyone can use in their daily life. And hopefully, someone out there gets some of the words that they need for today. James Kaufman, World News Report today. Who am I speaking with?
Good evening. It's Teresa.
What'd you think? Did I expose them, Miss Teresa?
Oh, very good job.
I went in. I always go in to do the.
I said you deserve an award. Thank you for bringing that information.
Well, you know what? You told me about it. Don't think I don't have photographic memory. You told me about it on the 15th when the World Health Organization, and I balked because I hadn't read enough. And tonight I went on actually to prove. I was driving around getting my dinner, guys, and I had 2 or 3 subscribers say, well, there's a patent on that. And I looked in every country in the world. There's no patent on the virus itself. But I showed y'all all the patents. Google has like 1,000 patents on detection, and it's weird. Google. And then I showed y'all, if y'all want to make some serious money, that's probably the best trade on the market. But again, even though I'm a level 4 trader, not 3, I can't give you any kind of financial advice, and I'm not trying to. But you know what? $200 some people spend on dinner in one night. So it's always, things are worth a gamble sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Not if you're
Pretty good one.
Oh, did I show you too much? So how could those people have never ever, Miss Teresa, sold any vaccines? How could someone think their company was going to go from $800,000 to this year $2 million to next year $14 million? High estimate $36 million.
Because people will be desperate
To get that, whatever it is. I won't take it. This is some really bad stuff, guys. I couldn't show you all the pictures that I wanted to show you because it's YouTube. Trust me, it spreads like wildfire. And it is spreading in Africa, and we do have open borders here with our czar.
I think the airports are already implementing testing.
Well, Google has one of the main patents on the test. That was weird to see.
Yeah.
And, you know...
Remember, it's airborne.
Well, yes.
It's particles in the air, like your PM 2.5 coming over from the Sahara dust.
Right, and what's really funny is when you start looking at those financial experts, why are they guessing? They must be guessing they're going to sell millions of vials of this stuff that they haven't even gotten through clinical trials or approval on by next year. And then that 35 billion, I think, not million, billion, could be 120 trillion. I'm just telling y'all, you'll be desperate for that stuff if that stuff gets over here, which I'm pretty sure it's probably already here. I remember reporting, and I was one of the very first on the C word. I reported on February 19th, about 4 days after I started doing videos, and I saw something wrong, and I saw that's supposed to go to Chinatown, and I saw things I didn't like, and I actually found out that it got here in 2019, as the name says, right? In September, and me and my daughter both caught it in March before anyone even knew really it existed, around March 1st. And guys, I thought I was going to, pass. I just couldn't get a breath. I went through it all by myself, not telling anyone. I made it. I guess. I won't be taking the Marburg because I know who's involved in it. I guess I'll just have to chance it. But with that said, Miss Teresa, give us some positive, or maybe not positive, give us some truth, right?
I opened our Bible to Ezekiel.
Oh, Lord. All right,
We get the Old Testament tonight.
E-Z-E.
E-Z-E.
He's about to be in that.
E-C-E-K-I-E-L.
I can't believe it's not coming up. I don't know if someone has that is so. And what's your book? K-I-E-L. Yes, ma'am. What's your book?
38.
All right. So we've done 38.
We have.
And 37, but not 39. Well, that's what my computer, we did 38 and 39 together one night.
I'm closing it.
All right. Maybe there was something there we were supposed to hear, but it's all right.
I can go back to it if you want.
No, it's you. This part of the show belongs to you. I'm just telling you that we read 38 and 39 one
I closed the book.
Yes, ma'am.
And I opened it to 1 Thessalonians.
Oh, even harder to spell. Okay, T-H?
Thessalonians.
And what's your chapter?
4.
All right, you got that one. Well, we'll see. All right. Does yours start living to please God?
Yes.
All right. Do you want me to start? Or as for other matters, brothers and sisters, we're instructed you have to live in order to please God, as in fact you are living.
Now we ask you and urge you in the Lord Jesus to do this more and more. For you know what instructions we gave you by the authority of Lord Jesus. It is God's will that you should be sanctified, that you should avoid sexual immorality, that each of you should learn to control his own body in a way that is holy and honorable, not in passionate lust like a heathen who do not know God, and that is in this matter no one should wrong his brother or take advantage of him. The Lord will punish men for all such sins, as we have already told you and warned you. For God did not call us to be impure, but to live a holy life. Therefore, he who rejects these instructions does not reject man, but God, who gives you his Holy Spirit. Now, about brotherly love, we do not need to write to you, for you yourselves have been taught by God to love each other, and in fact, you do love all the brothers throughout Macedonia. Yet we urge you, brothers, to do so more and more. Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, to mind your own business, and to work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of all outsiders, so that you will not be dependent on anybody. Brothers, we do not want you to be ignorant about those who fall asleep, or to grieve like the rest of men who have no hope. We believe that Jesus died and rose again, so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep in him. According to the Lord's own words, we tell you that we who are still alive, who are left till the coming of the Lord, will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, and with the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet call of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. After that, we who are still alive and that are left will be caught up together with him in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will be with the Lord forever. Therefore, encourage each other with these words. Amen.
Amen. All right. So I know it's hard right now. Let's all start living in the positive side of yin and yang. That's pretty much what this speaks to. You know,
right. Go into that prayer right away when any of those negative thoughts or feelings or events is immediately give it to God.
It's so hard these days, guys. I know your food's not up 20% like they tell you. I know. I'm the shopper, always have been. It's up 100%. Everything. And I know how hard it is. Most of us can't get by. I see our credit card debt running up and up and up. And there's going to be a breaking point where people, it's not that they don't want to pay their taxes, they just can't anymore, right? And that breaking point is around the closest corner. So remember, you're not alone in this. Everyone's feeling the pain. A lot of Americans have a lot of pride. And Well, they're never going to let you see them sweat, right? So,
Yeah, you don't have to be worried about missing this event because we're assured
no,
that we will not miss it.
you won't be able to miss this one. Trust me. No matter, well, fire and brimstone, I guess, and a big earthquake and all types of things. What's funny is nothing.
What do you think about the 7-day warning?
Well, explain it to everybody.
Well, it's about, what I think it is about when Noah was in the ark and everybody was coming. The animals and the people and all the things that were in the ark. The door of the ark was closed at the 7th day after Noah entered the ark. So that was like a 7-day warning, and then the flood came.
Well, he must have had much more than a 7-day warning because.
Oh, no, all he was told was to, build the ark.
Right.
But at the time of before the flood and the door was closed was 7 days. So that's to me means a 7-day or a week warning.
Guys, I need to teach you guys, and you're right. Everything's in sevens. It could be days, it could be years. We don't know, really.
Right.
But y'all need to learn about the Navy and why they released those UAP photos, how Harry Reid and Bigelow Aerospace, which is not an aerospace company, it's a slush fund, how everything really fit together and why the Department of Defense had to come out to hide that slush fund. And the Harry Reid, who's passed, right, with 2 black eyes, passed away now, from his biggest campaign contributor for over 40 years, the tens of millions of dollars given to Bigelow Aerospace. And if y'all saw his board of directors, it was people that read tarot cards, and, well, it goes on from there. They'll probably take it down because, unfortunately, I'm one of the only few people that know the truth on this. Remember, as far as the government knows, there are no aliens. I know it's going to make y'all mad. Everything is on you. Everything's being played, and that's probably a final card they'll play here. But I can prove what I'm saying is correct. Skinwalker Ranch, fake. I can prove everything. I can show you the money going both ways. And guys, we all need to wake up because these people are desperate. If Trump happens to win, although the machines are flipping votes in every state, I can show y'all 50 different couples. If y'all do vote, always print out your ballot. That's the only way you'll know what really occurred there. And I know that's trouble. It takes more time here, guys. And I'm no trumpet. Everybody knows that. I don't think that America can stand 4 more years of what's in power currently. I just don't think so. So I know I'm using biblical time to do politics, but this is the most important election of our lives, and we're down to it looks like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Miss Tracy, do you have...
We stay in our heart space. We stay in love because love is all that is found in our heart.
So me and Therese have the same problem. We talk often. She's my stepmother, and she's right about the same age as my mother, so very much so my stepmother. She has 4 relatives that are going to vote for Kamala, and I have 4 relatives that are going to vote for Kamala. And I've tried, she's tried, there's just no convincing anyone of any type of anything. I'm not going to say the truth. I'm not going to use that silly word. Is there a truth? I don't know. But at least go make your vote, because we have so many people out there, even intelligent people in her family and my family, they're going to cancel your votes. Okay? Houston was said to be won by one vote. Harris County, one vote. They said it was. I can pull up the article right now, as you guys know. And I really felt bad that year for not voting.
Well, when you're reading through our readings, everything mirrors similar events that are happening.
Oh, the Bible has been the best playbook and specific line of events that I could ever imagine. Think about all this.
Do you have a way of looking up how many hours of daylight there is on October 22nd?
Okay. Can I ask why?
Well, because it's the 22nd, it's 1-1.
That's when
How
we...
many hours of daylight on October 22nd?
I do have the calendars. Actually, sunrise and sunset calendars right here, guys. So we'll be able to figure it out. We're going to go to October 22nd. So y'all going to have to help me with the math here. This is after the change here that happens, well, tonight or tomorrow night? Tonight, I guess at 2.
No, it says the 20th, so the 2 days, 22nd.
All right, so 7 a.m. sunrise. This is Central Time. 6:44 p.m. sunset. So that's going to be less than 12 hours. It's going
11 hours, 11 minutes. So
is it really?
Here.
Oh no!
It's here right now. It's here right now. Y'all stay home October 31st. Don't go anywhere for Halloween.
Halloween's
will be the 7th day.
And look, 11/11. She said it. Look at October 31st. It's separated by 111 or 112 actually, and that's if they're telling us the truth. Do y'all see that?
It's close. It's close.
And
stay home. Stay home the 31st, y'all. Keep your loved ones close.
Remember last year they kept me at 66,666 subscribers. They're doing it again this year. They're keeping us at 89,966 subscribers, or right around there, until October 31st passes. I think there's a lot of people that dwell in the bad world that most of us don't even know exists, right? And I believe that's a lot of what's going on. Although, hopefully, and I'm no Trump fan, I would rather business person that has experience and someone that's been able to build a business be in charge than someone that has been on her knees not praying for years, right? Excuse my, whatever you want to call it, truth. But yes, that's kind of...
Batman says, what's the 8th? Well, the 8th is, look up, do you have a way of looking up the Ethiopian calendar?
I can try anything, you know that.
Because I think our warning's going to come from that area.
And when is, I know they're still in, let me say this. I was told today by someone that's Jewish that they're still in their prayer week, right? Does anyone...
Yeah, it's Tabernacle, right?
So when does Tabernacle end? Does anyone know?
Today.
It ends today? That means...
I'm just thinking, it's close.
Can y'all believe that
tomorrow.
Did y'all watch my videos today? Can anyone believe the U.S. military leaked all of the plans? And that was from our Naval Spatial Engineering Office that showed all the targets That's what was leaked today. And the reason I didn't show you all the documents is because they're marked top secret. And I could be like in Julian Assange territory. But I did leave a description or a link in the description from that video to those documents. How does the U.S. military, the DOD, leak plans that Israel has, especially the day of an attempted assassination, which I also covered? I covered, if y'all watch, his speech. I wasn't real apt to the fact that those were definitely bulletproof windows, but I just don't understand if the drone is high tech, and it was from Iran, launched by Hezbollah. Why didn't even if they had bulletproof windows, why was there no explosion? Right? I could have taken my bow and arrow and done that to it. Right? Maybe I just don't understand. There's a very good chance of that. All right, let's see if we can view this image.
I mean, I could be wrong about Ethiopia, but wouldn't that be, this is in God's time, not our time. So he would be on their calendar, right? Not our calendar.
Well, I don't know. I learned from you.
I don't know either. It's just a guess. Nobody really knows.
And maybe, as Jerome tells us, that we're nowhere near, we're at least 3 years off from that time period. So this is probably something good if this is 2024.
Yeah, so October. So we were looking at October 22nd. So October 22nd must be significant for the Ethiopian calendar.
All right, let's get, and they call it something else. What do they call it? Let me say, Meskerim 22nd. That's what it's actually called. And we're starting to get a lot of information. So, believe it or not, that could be October 9th here on our calendar. I'll show you why here. See the 22nd here on the Ethiopian calendar with the export? It looks like October 9th. 9th being the number of completion. Good Friday. What? That's April.
Wow.
So, let's see if we can get anything good on that one. My eyes are so bad, guys. These people have the same dates all circled, but I don't see anything that sticks out. And you know what?
It was just a guess.
Hey, no man knows the time of day. And by man, we mean human, right? But I will say that everything's out there to figure everything out. We're probably just not there yet, right? And by there, I don't mean that.
We'll know when we're supposed to know.
Right, exactly. And hey, we might not be the chosen group that gets to know first, but you know what? At least we're working towards a positive situation, and we're not dividing.
It's glorious.
It's glorious. I love to see the Hispanics, African Americans. I hate to even say that to them. Why can't I just call them Americans? But I love to see them deciding to vote for, well, they're not really voting for Trump. What they're really doing is they're voting for freedom of speech, no men and female restrooms and female sports. Should I go over it all?
They say it right out loud.
They say it right out loud. They're against Christianity. She said, if you think Christ is Lord, you're in the wrong convention. Yours is the bigger one down the street without the buses. This is, as Trump says and as everyone says, guys, this is the most important If you're not registered to vote, I think you can still register and vote right now. You can do both of them via online.
Yep.
So, if you've never voted in your life, y'all need to know this. Barack Obama only got 64 million votes, and he was on fire. That was his second deal. Now, Trump last time in 2020 got 84.5 million votes, but somehow more than the people registered to vote, which is about 120, 130,000, voted somehow, right? Someone must have voted 3 or 4 times because Biden won with 85 million votes. That would have been about 30 to 40, a little bit more than that, a million votes more than people were registered to vote. Crazy stuff when you look at it. Unless they're overseas ballots. That was a joke, guys. All right. Miss Teresa, God bless you.
God bless you. Sending much love to everyone.
I know. Hey, I know it's getting tight. You want to see? We're going to see the Vegas odds. Stick with us and say hi on the chat. Let's look and see where the odds are right now.
I like sitting in the bleachers.
I hear that. Everyone does. Me too. Me too. Where are my bleachers? God bless you.
God bless you. Good night.
All right. Let's see the Vegas odds on this stuff. They're getting worse. And Vegas does not lose money. Let's see if we got a good 6 days ago, 2 days ago. Whoa, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for Harris at all, guys. This looks official. Although that's more than the votes that are available. It looks like Trump wins. You can actually make bets on all these sites, and they still have Harris winning 49-49. Let's take a look at one of these sites. October 15th to 17th, 49 to 48.6. 2% of voters undecided. And these are probably the closest bullshit odds I've ever seen in my life. Right? Women, white women, not black women, favor Harris by a significant margin of 54 to 44%, while men back Trump. Well, I guess y'all are going to have to decide. With that said, God bless you guys. Lots of love out there. Please share, please subscribe. Always remember, anything's possible in bizarro world. God bless you all. Vote, guys, and not for a sociopath. God bless.